Today's result in Delhi, MCD, is in many ways a referendum on Aam Aadmi Party government. It should not have been the case. After all, it was an MCD election. It was an election for municipal governance. But for various reasons, it became a referendum on the experience of Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party itself is responsible for that because they went out of their way to make it into a personalized referendum on Arvind Kejriwal. BJP, of course, wanted to avoid any discussion of the municipality because their track record of municipal governance in Delhi has been shoddy, extremely poor. And the combination of both of them avoiding it resulted into an election where people went out to vote for a councillor, but they were actually choosing between a CM and a PM. That resulted in a verdict for BJP because Mr. Modi is popular, yes, but not just that, because he was popular 2 years ago as well. But at that time in Delhi, the BJP lost very badly. Within 2 years, what has changed? What has changed is that in 2015, people were weighing BJP against the promise of Aam Aadmi Party. Today, they are weighing BJP against the delivery, against the actual experience of Aam Aadmi Party, which is why it should be seen as a referendum on Aam Aadmi Party. And in many ways, it is the beginning of the end game for Aam Aadmi Party. I say this with no glee, with no delight. It pains me extremely because whatever this may mean for the leadership of Aam Aadmi Party, I do know there are thousands of genuine volunteers still stuck within that party. And I do know millions of ordinary Indians had put their hope in this experiment called Aam Aadmi Party. So the reality of Aam Aadmi Party dying is of less consequence for me. But the idea of Aam Aadmi Party dying is something which is tragic for our democracy. And at the moment, I fear that there is competition from two sides. On the one hand, the BJP is out there to finish an opponent by using law, by using elections, by using money. They want to finish Aam Aadmi Party. But Aam Aadmi Party leadership is bent on self-destruction. So it's murder versus suicide. That sort of a game is playing out currently, which is tragic. Aam Aadmi Party represented a hope. Anna movement represented a hope in India. There was a hope for Indian politics acquiring a new hue. There was a promise of clean politics, of good governance and electoral viability. Clean politics was abandoned a year and a half ago. Good governance has been put on the wayside, and today's result puts paid to the hope of electoral viability as well. So I really feel the political project called Aam Aadmi Party is reaching a dead end, and that is something which is a challenge for all Indians because that space needs to be filled. That space of alternative cannot be left blank. That is a challenge for all of us.
What do you think after this result? He should resign, or he's basically losing very badly? What do you think on this?
I had written a letter a day before polling to say, look, you have converted this election into a personal referendum on Arvind Kejriwal. If you win, people like me should shut up and say you have met your mandate, please rule. But if you do not win, then it's morally incumbent on Arvind Kejriwal, who converted it into a personal referendum, to step down. Otherwise, it would look like the Congress party. If Congress party wins, thanks to Rahul Gandhi, Congress party loses, someone else is responsible. Do we want to play that kind of politics? That is a question I had posed, and I really think that that is what Arvind Kejriwal needs to answer. I'm not saying his government should be dismissed, no. I'm not saying that government should resign, no. They should go to the people and hold a referendum, which Aam Aadmi Party had always advocated. Hold a referendum, ask the people of Delhi whether the party still has the mandate to govern for another 3 years. देखिए, आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीती है और ऐसे समय है उन्हें बधाई देने का, क्योंकि अगर दिल्ली की जनता ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी में विश्वास व्यक्त किया है तो जनता के आदेश का सम्मान करने के नाते मेरा धर्म बनता है कि मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बधाई दूं। ये कोई छुपी हुई बात नहीं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी से मेरे बुनियादी वैचारिक सैद्धांतिक मतभेद हैं। मैंने उनके विरुद्ध प्रचार किया है और आगे भी करने का इरादा है, लेकिन आज उनका दिन है उन्हें बधाई देने का दिन है और उम्मीद जताने का दिन है कि दिल्ली की जनता को इससे कुछ मिलेगा। दिल्ली में जितने कूड़े के ढेर मैंने देखे, दिल्ली में जो बिल्कुल नरक जैसे हालात हैं, उससे जो दिल्ली को मुक्ति दिला सके उसे सलाम करना चाहिए। और अगर दिल्ली की जनता आपसे आशा करती है, मैं बस यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि दिल्ली की जनता को बहुत ज़रूरत है, ख़ासतौर पे उन इलाकों में जहाँ कभी हमारी रोड शो में मुलाकात हुई थी, उस कूड़े के ढेर से, उस गंदगी से, मच्छर से, टूटी सड़कों से दिल्ली को आज़ादी की दिलाने की ज़रूरत है। उम्मीद है आपकी पार्टी उस दिशा में काम करेगी।